Hello Diary TV fam, what's good? It's your girl Ogenekaro Asowe and we are hyped for the biggest showdown in African women's football. The 2024 Women's African Cup of Nations or WAFCON 2024 is reaching its climax and it's Nigeria Super Falcons versus Morocco's Atlas Lionesses in the finals. This is it, people. The battle for continental glory is going down tomorrow, Saturday, July 26, 2025, at the Olympic Stadium in Rabat, Morocco, kicking off at 9 p.m. West African time. This ain't just any game. Nigeria is chasing a record-extending 10th WAFCON title. They are calling it MissionX, while the host Morocco are hungry for their first ever crown after falling short in 2022. With passion, pride, and history on the line. And we're breaking it all down for you today. So grab your Jay-Z, turn up the volume, and let's dive into this epic preview. Let's talk about our queens, the Super Falcon of Nigeria. These ladies have been the gold standard of African women's football for decades, and they are showing why in Morocco. 9 times champions, unbeaten in all 9 previous WAFCON finals. That's the kind of pedigree we're dealing with. Under coach Justin Madugu, the Falcons have been on a mission to reclaim their throne after a semi-final exit to Morocco in 2022. Their journey to this final, straight up dominant. In Group B, they topped the tables with 7 points, keeping a clean sheet in all 3 matches. They kicked things off with a 3-0 rout of Tunisia with goals from Asisa Toshola, Rinsola Babajide and Chiwendu Ihezuo. Then a gritty 1-0 win over Botswana showed their resilience. Against Algeria, they played out a 0-0 draw but still secured the top spot plus 4 goal difference. That defensive solidity, anchored by the like of Ashley Promptre, Osinachi Ohale, and Africa's best goalkeeper, Chiamaka Nnadozie. The quarterfinal? Oh, they turned it up. A 5-0 demolition of Zambia's Copper Queen, powered by Osinachi Ohale, Esther Okoronkwo, Chiwendu Ihezuo, Tosin Dimeyi, and Folashade Jumalusi. It sent a message: don't sleep on the Falcons. Then in the semi-final, they faced up against the champion South Africa in a classic. Rasheedat Ajibade, our captain, fantastic, coolly slotted a penalty just before halftime, and even though South Africa equalized through Linda Muhalo, Michelle Alozie's stoppage-time stunner sealed the 2-1 win. Talk about clutch. The Super Falcons are firing on all cylinders, with Ajibade leading the charge. She has been a beast, organizing the press, creating chances, and scoring that crucial penalty against South Africa. With 4 wins, 1 draw, and only 1 goal conceded in 5 games, Nigeria is ready to soar. But can they tame the roaring Atlas Lionesses in front of a hostile home crowd? Let's find out what Morocco is bringing to the table. Now let's give some love to the host, Morocco's Atlas Lionesses. These ladies are no pushovers. After reaching the finals in 2022 and losing 2-1 to South Africa, they are back with a vengeance. Playing in front of their passionate fans, this is their 2nd straight WAFCON final, and they are dreaming of making history with their first ever title. Morocco's campaign started with a wild 2-2 draw against Zambia, where captain Ghizlane Chebbak, the 2022 WAFCON MVP, showed her class. They followed it up with a 4-0 thrashing of DR Congo, with Chebbak bagging a hat-trick. A 1-0 win over Senegal sealed their spot as Group A's winners, level on 7 points with Zambia, but topping the group on goal scores. In the quarterfinal, they took care of Mali with a 3-1 victory thanks to a brace from clutch performer Girardi. The semi-finals, what a nail-biter. Morocco faced Ghana's Black Queens, and after a 1-1 draw, they won 4-2 on penalties, with Girardi converting a crucial spot kick. Chebbak and Ajibade have been the heartbeat of this team, combining for 7 goals so far. Chebbak's leadership and Ajibade's knack for big moments makes them a serious threat, but their defense, they've conceded 6 goals in 5 games, which could be a weak spot against Nigeria's firepower. Playing at the Prince Moulay Adela Stadium, aka the Olympic Stadium, with 21,000 fans cheering them on, Morocco has got the home advantage. Can they use the energy to actually and finally lift the trophy? Or will Nigeria's experience shut the party down? Yo, this is going to be a battle. Let's zoom in on the stars who could decide this final. For Nigeria, all eyes are on Rasheedat Ajibade. The Super Falcons captain is a game changer. She's got 1 goal, 2 assists, and 3 Players of the Match award in this tournament. Her composure under pressure, like the penalty against South Africa, is unreal. And then you've got Michelle Alozie, the defender who turned hero with that long-range screamer in the semis. Up top, Esther Okoronkwo has been a revelation off the bench with a goal and 4 assists. And don't forget Chiamaka Nnadozie in goal. She's only conceded once all tournament, and that's world class. For Morocco, Ghizlane Chebbak is the one to watch. This 34-year-old captain has 4 goals and is joint top scorer in this tournament. A hat-trick against DR Congo and leadership in midfield makes her a superstar. Ajibade is another danger woman. At 3 goals, including a penalty against Zambia and a brace against Mali, shows that she is built for big moments. Goalkeeper Khadija Ramshi will need to be on her best to stop Nigeria's attack, but Morocco's defense will have to tighten up. Both teams have the firepower, but it's the battle in the midfield. Ajibade and Jennifer Ichigini versus Chebbak and her crew. Who could swing this game? Who's got the hedge? Let's break down the tactics. Tactically, the final is going to be a chess match. Nigeria has been rocking a 4-3-3 with Alimatu Ayinde anchoring the midfield, letting Ajibade and Ichigini create magic. Their high press was too much for South Africa, and their defense was led by Pumphrey and Ohale. It is a brick wall. They've scored 9 goals and conceded just 1. That's balance, fam. Coach Justin Madugu's rotation has kept the squad fresh, and players like Okoronkwo and Ijamilusi are ready to make impact. Morocco under coach George Vilda, the guy who won the 2023 World Cup with Spain, loves to control possession and hit teams on the counter. Chebbak pulls the string in midfield, while Ajibade's pace stretches defense, but their backline has been shaky, conceding twice in their first 2 group games. If Nigeria's attackers exploit that, it will be a long night for the Lionesses. Head-to-head, Nigeria has got the edge. They've never lost a WAFCON final, and in 2022 they beat Morocco 5-4 on penalties in the semi-final, despite playing with 9 players. But Morocco's own crowd and hunger for a first title makes this a different beast. It's an experience versus ambition tournament. Who is going to blink first? The final is about more than just a trophy for Nigeria. It's about cementing their legacy as Africa's queen and completing MissionX, that 10th title. For Morocco, it's a chance to make history on home soil and show the world that they are a force. With $1 million in prize money for the winners, the biggest in WAFCON history, the stakes are sky high. My prediction? It's going to be tight. Nigeria's defense is rock solid, but Morocco's attack and home crowd will push them to the limit. I'm calling it 2-1 for the Super Falcons, with Ajibade scoring and Alozie locking it down at the back. But don't count out Morocco. If Chebbak and Ajibade get hot, they could flip the script. What do you think, Diary TV fam? Drop your predictions in the comments. Alright, that's your full preview for WAFCON 2024 finals. Nigeria Super Falcon versus the Morocco's Atlas Lionesses. Tomorrow at 9 p.m. watch live from Rabat. Will Nigeria soar to their 10th title, or will Morocco soar to their first? Make sure you're locked in on Diary TV for all the action. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notification so you don't miss our post-match breakdown. Let's go Super Falcon! Mission X is on. Peace out.